for mine, I had a friend. I don't even remember his name now. This was so long ago, but he came from a very religious family, and we were hanging out one day, just being kids, whatever. I think we were.
Sword fighting.
Oh, probably 8. Well, yeah, we were sword fighting, and then we went, "Hey, how old are we?"
For Jesus.
Who was your
No,
first
this was a different
Let's
friend.
make a cross.
This was a different friend.
How many friends did you sword fight with?
No, we weren't actually sword fighting.
It was part of the initiation into the group.
To be my friend, it's like Fight Club. It's like Fight Club. You got to prove your worth to be my friend. No, so this was
Well, if it was Fight Club, you'd just be sword fighting yourself.
exactly. Well, that's what I do every day. So this. Oh, I think I was like 10, around 10 probably. Different friend, not the one from the sword fighting story. So his parents were super religious, very very super strict religious family. And I would go over and hang out and whatever, and we fuck around and whatever. And he had bunk beds. And at one point, we were just sitting in his room, and our moms were. I mean, we were like 10, so obviously your mom. They were in the other room doing some shit, like at the kitchen table. And eventually, he's just
Lesbian shit.
like, "You want to see something cool that I have?" Like the typical, "Oh, look at this thing I shouldn't have," like that a kid does. And he pulls out from the bottom of his bed this VHS tape of porn, but it's specifically like softcore torture porn. So, like, the front woman on the picture has, like, a ball gag in her mouth and is wearing, like, a really tight corset, and she had giant titties. And then when you flipped it on the back, you would see, like, clothespins on her nipples. And this one woman,
Oh,
like...
you got the good shit early.
Yeah,
Dude.
like, this one woman, like, propped up in this fucking, like, mechanical horse or whatever where they're forced to bend over and shit. And, like, there's a woman in a dominatrix outfit with a whip and full boots. It was basically BDSM porn.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as a kid, that I had half no idea what the fuck I was looking at, but the other half was like, "Oh, look, titties. I'm gonna keep looking
Did
at
you
this."
report him to the police?
Well, no. What would happen is we'd sit in his room and we'd just we'd put on a video game just to pretend we were playing it, and we'd literally just sit next to each other, just staring at this fucking VHS tape.
You never played it?
Well, no, because we couldn't get away with that.
How?
We were
turn
being
the sound
super.
off.
No, if his mom walked in, we're fucked. The whole point is if we heard her walking in, we could just shove the tape under the bed.
Yeah, but you could just be like, "Oh, what? This isn't Star Fox 64."
You don't understand. You don't understand. Like, he came from a very, very strict Christian family. Like, even just...
How did he get that then? It must have came from the
Well,
house.
that's
He
where the
didn't go to
story gets interesting. So, eventually I asked him, I think before one time I was leaving, I was like, "Where'd you even find this?" And he's like, "I found it in my dad's study or office or whatever." Now, the key important point of that detail is later in life, I heard this from my mom. I think it was while I was still a kid, like a couple years later, because we just stopped hanging out with them one day, just flat out stopped going over. And apparently, and I think that video might have sparked it, he got beat by his mom for having it, and then eventually his parents got divorced. Because,
Committed
like...
to the BDSM.
Yeah, and the divorce, there were a lot of, like, rumors or inklings that it was because the father was, like, really jonesing on that pornography fix. So, I may have been instrumental, because I distinctly remember asking to see the VHS, like, 4 times while I was over there. So I don't know if he got caught because of me or what, but I don't know. But yeah, that's my story.
That's nice. You should ask him if it was your fault.
Oh, I'm sure he's dead.
Was his mum hot?
Oh, God, no. She was a very large woman.
Oh, well, there you
yeah.
go. There's a problem right there. Jesus can't cure that.
I want you to imagine, like, when I say the word fat lady secretary, exactly what that looks like, that's what she looked like. Yeah, just everything. Top to bottom. Mid-50s, just curly, awful hair, big glasses. Yeah.
So not someone you'd want to tie up?
No, not at all. Not someone I'd want to put clothespins on her nipples. So that's mine. Kaya?